We are back with the civil rights uprising most of us had never heard about. The new documentary, Deaf President Now, tells the story of when the students at Gallaudet University in Washington, D.C. demanded a deaf president. That was back in 1988. And the co-director is Niall DeMarco, who's speaking through an interpreter right here. And Academy Emmy Award winner Davis Guggen and I are both here. Thank you both for coming in. I love this movie. It is so inspiring and so powerful. Tell us how it came to be.
It's funny, actually. This all started. And, well, first of all, I have to say I'm very thankful to the deaf community and to my deaf family for keeping this story alive. But this all started essentially from my own childhood when this story was passed down sort of hand to hand, generation to generation. But the project actually started 6 years ago when I approached a producer by the name of Jonathan King. And this was actually meant to be a scripted project. After meeting with Davis about it, we realized that it's far too complex and far too layered to fit into that format, which is how we ended up with a doc version. And I'm so incredibly lucky that we had a chance to co-direct this together, but it was 6 years trying to figure out how to.
Had you known much about the story back in the day before the...
I grew up in D.C. I'm a history major, and I didn't know anything about it. It's one of the great civil rights moments in American history. And in deaf culture, people know at its core. For hearing people, we've moved on and we've forgotten about it.
So just summarize exactly what happened back in 1988.
So the students at Gallaudet thought they were going to appoint a deaf president. They'd been pushing for it for a long time. The board announces they hire another hearing president. And so they take bicycle locks. They shut down the gates of the university and hold it for a week until they get what they want. It's triumphant. It's inspiring. It's incredible.
It's ironic, actually. Gallaudet University is, in fact, the only deaf university in the world, but for 124 years, it was managed by hearing presidents. And it was a moment in history where I think we were ready to break the mold, and we were ready to see a deaf president really lead the way. I think that's really important.
Led by these incredible students who you go back and speak with for the documentary. Let's take a look.
In that moment, there was such a deep sense of connection. This sense of empowerment emerged. We started to believe in ourselves, like we were going to win.
That's one of the great things about the movie. It's not foreordained at the beginning with that they are going to win.
Well, right about this moment, you feel like they're going to lose because this big turn happens. I won't give it away. You really feel like they've lost. And they're heartbroken till they go on Nightline on ABC, where this unassuming leader, Greg, goes from a quiet, unassuming guy to a hero in a matter of minutes.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite moments, actually. The Deaf President Now story is so amazing. And out of all the things that happened during that week, Nightline really is the moment. But the story feels like a Hollywood film and that it's an emotional roller coaster. Yeah. For me, the best part is that these four student leaders didn't really get along in the beginning.
Not at all.
Instead, they had to figure out how to overcome that to succeed. And I think it's a really beautiful story and very reflective of what we're seeing today in terms of the protests that are happening around the world. I think if we view collective action as paramount and that we can overcome, we really can achieve.
It's a thriller, though. I mean, at that moment on night when it comes to it, about half hour left in the movie, and you don't think of an interview as kind of this thrilling, tense moment. But Craig comes through with like the ultimate buzzer beater. Nightline.
Yeah, it comes out of nowhere and it's inspiring. People watch this movie and they say, I need this movie right now, because these 20-year-olds see this problem, they come together against all odds and they win.
What do you hope the deaf community takes away from this movie?
My hope really would be to re-inspire and reinvigorate our community. I think with the current political landscape, it leaves a lot to question, certainly with the status of deaf schools. And we want to keep our culture and our community alive. So I would hope that this film really would serve as a reminder of not just how far we've come in terms of getting our rights, but also that the fight, in fact, is never really over.
It certainly did it for me. Congratulations to you both. Thanks, George. Thanks for coming in. Deaf President Now drops tomorrow on Apple TV+.